25 coming at you with another reactionary video. So hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom. Man, I told you I was gonna get back on my grind, and I got to. So I'm about to do a string of videos today. I'm about to pump out. And this is my first one I got to address. Oh my God. It's like the stars aligned to have topics I can discuss. And this topic is FDA and why we delineate from our mother country of Africa and their people. And not because of something we doing, it's because of something they doing. When I was younger, I was all for the Pan-African stuff, like all blacks in the world need to unite. Then I grew up and realized you can't help everybody. Until you come to us and be on some humble-ish and stop being fed lies by the media about who he is and have these negative ideas about FBAs, descendants of slaves in Africa, then this ain't gonna never change. In my opinion, ain't gonna never change. Delineate now, delineate forever. And let's break this down because I was scrolling through TikTok and just something happened. And they were like, Indians attacking black people on TikTok. And I was like, man, I got to see this. And this is the first video that I discovered. Let's break it down. I'm going to let this young lady talk. Then I'm going to slice her bird brain ash up by the end of this video. Let's get to it.
How a lot of black Americans can low key be colonizers. You know how a lot of Americans like to be in the spotlight? They always
See, I wasn't going to chop the video and keep interrupting. I'm just going to let it play. But that little neck roll, you know, to say that we don't have any culture, us descendants of slaves in America, don't have any culture. Y'all seem to always emulate us. You little neck roll. Okay?
want to be at the center of the story. A lot of black Americans are
Hold on, let me
actually
start
like
this
that
over.
when it
I ain't
comes
gonna
to
interrupt
African
this time. So y'all can hear
I'm
all
interested
what
in
you got to
also
say
think
now.
about how a lot of black Americans can low key be colonizers. You know how a lot of Americans like to be in the spotlight? They always want to be at the center of the story. A lot of black Americans are actually like that when it comes to African stories. They're not interested in Africa unless they're at the center of it. Good example is Woman King. There's also Black Panther, which had the backdrop of Africa, but they didn't even have a premiere event in at least 10 African countries. And no, don't tell me about the one or two African actors in these movies because it's giving. I have a black friend. Also seen a couple of black Americans traveling from America to African countries to have their hair done because it's cheap. It's giving cheap labor. Who else did that? There's also the passport bros who are like, oh my god, I should just go get a wife in Africa because they're easier to oppress and they don't have rights. Lately, there has been a huge number of black Americans doing a lot of investments in African countries, especially real estate. But the problem is, they're coming and they want to change everything. They're like, yo, the architecture that you have in these African countries, not our vibe. We're just gonna bring that American aesthetic. You're just gentrifying a lot of African countries, but you don't care about that, right? As long as you get money in your pocket. Sometimes I think about how
See? You see what I'm talking about? You hear this, all this? Now, let's start over. And I'm about to slice her up. It's giving. Wonder where she get that slang from. It's giving. With your little neck roll. First of all, let's start the video again so I can slice it up point by point. Okay.
Americans can low key be colonizers.
What she just said is African Americans can be low key colonizers. What? Man, did them colonizers over there really mess y'all brain up like that? Let's continue.
You know how a lot of Americans like to be in the spotlight? They always want to be at the center of the story. A lot of black Americans are actually like that when it comes to African stories. They're not interested in Africa.
I swear to God, this is the most factual thing you said in this whole statement. We are not interested in Africa. I don't know why y'all think we sit around thinking about y'all, worried about y'all, caring about y'all, angry at y'all. Just because Some 13-year-old boy in middle school call you an African booty scratcher, you still bent out of shape. That goes to show you don't understand the culture. That's called playing the dozens. If we roast you, that means we accept you. Okay? So get over yourself and recognize what that meant. If some 13-year-old boy in middle school call you African booty scratcher, that means he viewed you as one of his kind. Let's continue.
unless they're at the center of it. Good example is Woman King. There's also Black Panther, which
Bird Brain. Let me explain something to you. Woman King and Black Panther was made by white studios and white folks. In fact, Black Panther was the creation, a comic book creation, by two white dudes. I don't know if you heard of them. They very famous in the comic book industry. Jack Kirby, who drew Black Panther, and Stan Lee, who wrote about him. So you're talking about two creations that black people only acted in. So if you got a problem with the low representation of Africans in the movie, you need to go talk to the folks who own it, not the people who were employed by it. That don't make no sense. See, black people won't be Lowkey colonizers. They make movies like Woman King and Black Panther. But we don't own that. We didn't make it. We didn't create it. We just worked in it. And it's weird that she butthurt about being in a movie, Woman King, that's literally about Africans selling FBAs, us, into slavery. Who would have thought it?
had the backdrop of Africa, but they didn't even have a premiere event in at least 10 African countries. And no, don't tell me about the one or two African actors in these movies, because it's giving, I have a black friend. Also seen a couple of black Americans traveling from America to African countries to have their hair done because it's cheap. It's
See, that ain't make no. So you telling me black women with paying that flying all the way to Africa because it's cheaper to get half of it, you know, and the plane ticket and passport. You flying all the way to Africa. Like, I can't find a Shaniqua up the street that could do my hair better than any African. Like, that don't make no damn sense. Stop the cap. That don't make no damn. Then she said a couple of, man, get
giving cheap labor. Who else
cheap
has that?
labor.
There's also the passport pros who are like, oh my,
Are you cheap labor? Are you cheap labor for them Chinese countries coming up there dominating y'all, whooping ass at y'all? Are y'all cheap labor for all the people who, it don't be African Americans doing this to you? It be, so why y'all got all this energy for us? It be them people still putting their foots in your behind. Now you got the Chinese people starting to come put their foots in your behind. You ain't got no energy for them. You got energy for us behind Woman King and Black Panther. You ain't got that energy for the people who literally oppressing you, taking your land, all that. You ain't got no energy for that. You know why? They're going to turn your internet off. They're going to turn your lights off. You better just talk about them niggas in America and shut the F up.
God, I should just go get a wife in Africa because they're easier to oppress and they don't have rights. And lately, there has been a huge number of black Americans doing a lot of investments in African countries, especially real estate.
And we're not going to even talk about the investment. What I hear on our end, after y'all done drained all our money when we came to our African countries trying to establish something, after y'all done took all our money from us and played us, y'all eventually steal the land back. So you saying that we just want to come change stuff, man, I just want to tell you, put some shoes on your dust ass feet. That's what I want to tell you. Sweep the damn streets. Stop eating that bush meat. That's what I want to tell you. Okay, that's what I want to change. See, that's what I'm talking about. I wasn't going to even make this video, but she restricted her comments. In fact, let's go look at her comment section and see what they talking about. Cause Video finished. You know, she got.
But the problem is, they're coming and they want to change everything. They're like, yo, the architecture that you have in these African countries, not our vibe. We just
That just don't make no sense. I don't know no black person go around talking about some god dang on architecture. Architecture? Maybe if he's like an architect, but like, oh God. Like, I'm from Louisiana. I mean, New Orleans is right there. Architecture is Spanish in the French Quarter. We got architecture in French, Spanish, all kind of shit. That don't determine whether we want to stay there or not. The architect. That don't make no damn sense, bro. They ain't talking about we want to come to your country and change stuff. What do you do when you come to America? Huh? Tether, tether on us, then try to separate yourself from us at the same time. Like, this is why us FBAs and descendants of slaves need to off descendants of freedmen, whatever you want to call us, need to just focus on ourselves, especially with this election season and how they're attacking black men for not wanting to support Kamala Harris. I refuse to vote for her. I'm gonna shout that. I'm gonna say this every video. I'm not PS. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris. Let's get to this. Let me finish the video up so I get to
you
the
just want to
next one.
bring that American aesthetic. You're just gentrifying a lot of African countries, but you don't care about that, right? As long as you get money in your
Let me get money in your pocket. Well, again, from what I hear, we ain't getting money from in our pocket. You're taking money out of our pocket. Okay? And shout out to Phil Scott and O'Shea Jackson, who always say good stuff about Africa. Like, in my heart, I want to unite with Africa, but I'm not going to let African people continuously disrespect us, expect us to always stand up for them and defend them. And then when it's time for somebody to look out for us, we just a bunch of lazy, shiftless ninjas that don't want to do that. Nah, man, listen, this shit is over with. Over with. If you can't come to us on some love and brother, and I'm not talking about all Africans. I know they got Africans that think like us, like, man, we unite. If you ain't not like us, even though I hate that damn song, if you not like us, we ain't with you. That's on God. Get to these comment sections, see how these people react to
pocket.
what Lil Goofy got to say. Let's
So
go back.
seriously think about
See, she restricted her comments. I wouldn't, I wouldn't subscribe to her shit, this goofy shit, just to go comment. These magical sandbags talk about us just to get views. They all do the same thing and stay flocking to America, but we're colonizers. Girl, bye. And I got 171 comments. Not me, I'm actually new here. At least we didn't come to the U.S. and change. See, that's the stuff that they do. You know what I'm saying? This is a prime example in the comment section. They like to throw that we were slaves. You slaves, you are cocker. You are cocker. If y'all know what cocker means, I mean a stray cat. Like, get your mama a stray cat. Like, I wasn't supposed to curse, but I get kind of passionate when it comes to my people. You sold us into bondage. You put us into slavery. Africans. At least we didn't come to American thing. You bunch of dusty foot ass over here begging. Begging. That's why I can't vote for Kamala. She destroyed the border. Like, you can talk all this shit you want on the internet. You do it from the dirty flow confines of your African tribe, okay? Don't come over here to the country that we built. Don't come to the Emerald City if you got such disdain for the people who built it. After you sold them into slavery. See, what was supposed to happen, this is supposed to happen, okay? Because Africans got a supreme guilty conscience for what they did to us. What was supposed to happen to us is they were supposed to save us or sell us into slavery, and we were supposed to extinguish and just die out. That way they would never have to deal with that guilty conscience again by sin. But you know what happened? We survived and thrived. We're survivors. We're not fleers like Tariq Nasheed say. We survived and thrived, and y'all envious and jealous. I think envy and jealousy is the reason why you sold us into slavery in the first place. Ebola is coming for you. Nah, that was funny. Fool, I said MERS, not Moors. Yo, dirty Moors, that's why they kill y'all out. After most African American, no black, I don't know how much I would have to say this. We don't care, bro. We do not be sitting around vexing about y'all, worried about y'all. You not a thought. You not a processing our daily thoughts. We don't sit around in group chat talking about Africa with y'all fake superiority complex. But really, it's inferiority. Like I saw a video the other day. Dude was breaking down how during the Olympics, black Americans cheer for black Americans first, America first, then they cheer for African countries to win. Like, but it's the exact opposite for us. Like, African countries literally root against FBAs competing in the Olympics and would cheer for other white countries to beat us. Like you actually think Usain Bolt would be big as he is if it wasn't for African Americans embracing the whole Jamaican team. All of them. He could be the fastest man in the world. Would nobody have cared if we didn't support him? We support all you. You know what? I'm not going to calling black Americans colonizers, but not dealing with actual colonizers in your country is crazy. Facts. And then it looked like her hair relaxed. Like that does some American stuff. It ain't like you colonizing yourself with your necros and your not giving. If you don't want to be colonized, turn off the damn computer. What are you talking about exactly? I need to refresh my algorithm. I love being on the minds of people. Exactly. We stay on their minds and they never on ours. That's facts. We don't care about, like, we don't even really care about white WSs, okay? White S's until it affects us. We don't sit around here thinking about, oh, woe is me, the white folks. No, we just go to work, do our shit. But then when something happens, like George Floyd or anything that affects my community, then you on our mind. But don't nobody wake up in the morning and pray, get on their knees and pray and like, oh Jesus and God, thank you so much for waking me up in the morning. I need you to destroy my enemies, them poor Africans and them white folk. No, we don't. We don't. We don't have no. I wish I would into our thoughts and mind and see how much we do not care until you make us care. Then when you make us care, you see how we activate all y'all. That's why Palestinians on black folk, because they better what speak up for us. Listen, listen, handle your own business. This is what industry we're on now. Handle your own business. Stop coming to us. I've been saying this for years. Stop running to the defense of other people because they never, ever, ever come to our defense in the manner in which we need. Okay? Never. Like old good just got Sonya Massey. You spend half the time going through videos of people defending the cops or how she crazy, and the pot of water was a deadly weapon. It be other people saying that. It be your own people. Like, come to our defense, Palestinians, for Sonya Mason. Come to our defense. Like, we marched. Yeah, man, go marching. Bro, y'all understand, man. That marching fish. Only thing that happened when it come to marching is the ops come, act like, and infiltrate within the group, and then start busting shit up, and now they turn the march into a riot, and that's what everybody, it is, the summer riots. That's why we need to delineate. But that's your boy King down to the pride. Let me pull up. It's just in case, you want to go to, I ain't gonna say it. You ain't got the doc. I can't pronounce your name. Jep Kinder Gore. That's some African shit. Hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom. And tell me how you feel, bro. Am I wrong? Am I like we don't go around think about y'all as much y'all, oh, they got a bunch of thugs good dealing with their pants tag behind it. Yeah, I wonder where you get that from. The media. Yeah, that's what you do. Like a lot of things with like African booty scratching, uh dirt floor, we get that from the media too. Man, listen, you go through our market video, I try to explain it. Our biggest issue was the media. Okay? Still is the media. Like, but I can't talk about brotherhood when you got aggressive animosity and envy in your heart towards me. Stay the hell away from me with that bullshit. Hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom.